What's up guys, Soil here, and today I have another ranked gameplay for y'all. This time I'll be featuring one of my favorite heroes, Chou. And this is the current emblem set I'm using for Chou: maximum magic resist, cooldown reduction, as well as brave smite trait. As for the equipment wise, I'm using the standard regen build that gives me a lot of sustain and is pretty good as a utility item for Chou. So without further ado, let's get right into the gameplay. So in this game, I am playing in a trio. I'm playing as Chou, and I'm playing with Moskov and Angela. So in this situation, we are letting the pups play a tank and a mage of Vexana. Tank being Akai. So before I start off, let's just go through the regular routine. Let's talk about our team composition versus the enemy team, and so you can figure out what's our win condition for this game. Our team has one main tank, Akai. We have one mage, Vexana, one support, Angela. I am a fighter as slash disabler, and we have a marksman, Moskov. So in this case, it's pretty obvious. Our MM is our late game, so winning the game should be pretty simple. We just need to mainly protect our marksman and mage to be able to win the game afterwards pretty easily. The enemy team has one main tank, one main tank and Lolita, and one off tank, Franco. And they have an assassin Saber, a mage Cyclops, and assassin Fanny. So it is pretty easy to actually win enemy team. In fact, from our composition, we should be able to win the enemy team as long as Fanny doesn't really get a hit too much. And of course, the premise of that is that we must protect our damage dealer, make sure that Fanny is rendered as ineffective as possible, deny her as much farm as possible, and we should be able to get it afterwards. And here we saw that Angela's unfortunately hooked by Franco, but as you know, Saber doesn't really have a lot of damage, especially in the early game, so not too afraid of that. And here we see that Vexana has come out to gank, which is okay. The correct thing to do. Vexana is here to help us take this gold crab. As you can see, I use it retribution to take that jungle crab. So as you notice, in this game I'm using this unconventional battle spell, retribution, which is just to help our turtle lane circle a little bit more fun. Of course, here I'm trying to take down Franco, but unfortunately Angela is a little bit too far off because I think Angela didn't want to engage, considering only I had ultimate, so it's a mistake on my part. And here we're chasing after the Franco, and it's just Angela managed to snag a solo kill, which is pretty nice. Because what you notice right now is, even though I was saying Vexana is doing okay at start, it just apparently seems that Vexana doesn't really use a brain in what the fuck this person is doing, because Vexana doesn't know how to gank. So it's like this, Vexana is just like moving around aimlessly, and yeah, that's why our bottom lane lost to Fanny. If Vexana had gone around to offer some damage, CC as a support, Vexana would have been fine. As you can see here, Vexana is pretty retarded, as after trying to solo do some damage to the tower, especially if you're alone in the mid lane. You don't want to try to push towers, especially if you don't have mobility skills and you don't have high damage. And here we decide to have an engage. Akai lands a perfect ultimate onto everybody. Somehow someone gets loose, which is, you know, Lolita gets loose. Fucking Cyclops managed to flicker away, and everyone's pretty tilted at this point, like, what the fuck? Okay, and we're just going to keep chasing. This is like, are you kidding me? We got two people to that low state, and it's like almost unable to get them. And unfortunately for us, we are unable to get any kills at all, because Vexana apparently didn't help much. Yeah, it's just a 3v3 fair fight. If not, it could have ended in a much easier manner, I would say. And here, finally, we managed to get a kill onto Saber because Saber is alone, while everyone has retreated. Once again, Vexana is caught in an awkward position, and if not for Fanny's noob skill, Vexana would have died once again. Franco has managed to hook me. Doesn't really matter at this point because I'm quite tanky. So we're just gonna try to take this jungle crab with my retribution, I believe. No, retribution wasn't needed there. Yeah, and unfortunately, hooked into the tower. We take this opportunity as a form of engagement. But it seems I don't really want to dive at this point because it doesn't really make sense to me why I should just tank all the tower damage. Of course, now that Vexana is here, things are a little bit different. I decided to go in, but I ended up having to die. And this is basically what happens when your mage is really like trash. By that I mean Vexana, not Angela, because Angela is actually doing a pretty good job. Just that Vexana just really lacks the awareness, which is pretty crucial. And here, I decided to go and take down Saber. Pretty easy for me, especially with Oracle now up. I can actually harass this Cyclops even more if I wanted to, but let's not do that because it's a huge risk which I don't want to take. And after that, nothing much is going on other than the fact that our team's engaged in some kind of funny skirmish. So I'm just going around to clear minions, and I saw that Fanny's around, and I try to chase this Fanny right here, but Fanny's a little bit too fast, and Fanny activated this Aegis skill. Oh well, I actually thought I wouldn't be able to get her. Turns out I managed to get out, and here I didn't really take out the map, take note of the map, I guess. So I decided to dive back in. And I died. So yeah, this is a pretty stupid mistake I made. I just like kind of lazy for a moment and just didn't go and drag my screen and find out what the fuck is going on. But yeah, it's a horrible mistake which shouldn't have happened. That's for sure. And then here, the enemy team is just pushing tower. We're trying to get the crab, I believe. And Vexana's not even trying to go and stop them. That's how noob this mage is. Let's be fair. In fact, as a mage, I would normally just not defend the tower by myself, especially if I don't have any intrinsic mobility skills. Because if anyone dives you, you are dead for sure. There's no way you can get out. It's like a guaranteed kill. And it seems like enemy team wants to engage. Of course, once again, the idea behind a Franco team composition is pretty simple. If you are in the vicinity of Franco, you need to engage first. If the Franco team manages to engage on a key character first, you probably lost the fight already because Franco's hook is really strong. But then again, his biggest weakness, or should I say Franco's biggest weakness, is the fact that he cannot peel. And if the enemy team manages to engage first against the Franco will just definitely lose. So in that case, we managed to get a good engage. Decent engage actually. It's pretty easy to get a good engage against Franco because as long as you land an attack early on, if you manage to attack faster than Franco, you'll be able to get it. So it's pretty standard, let's say. And here you see this Fanny coming over crazy, and with Aegis, there's not really much way that I can kill Fanny, and Fanny just destroyed Moskov and Vexana, and Angela as well. Yeah, trying to get a minion. Apparently, Franco still had ultimate, so I wasn't able to use retribution on that one. And here, everyone's just chasing me, but I'm not too afraid because Franco is a noob. I managed to half the damage from that ultimate, so I was able to survive okay. Now I'm just coming over just to help Moskov get this buff, because I know that our team is really trash, or should I say the pubs are really trash, and my only hope is really Moskov to get farmed, so that we can actually win the fight afterwards. Of course, it seems like some crazy shit has happened. Akai has jumped right into some fuck shit, and there's no way he's gonna get out of there. And yeah. And my idea now is just to get out of here if possible. And somehow I managed to, which is pretty fortunate for me, I guess. So at this moment, of course, the idea behind using retribution for Chou, which I think I forgot to mention earlier on, is that you can actually farm on your own accord. And what that means is you don't have to be like the least farm person on your team all the time because you're roaming, but you can actually farm in between your roaming of lanes. And sometimes if your team is not ready for any fight, just go and just get some experience, get some gold, and then you find out that Chou is a little bit more scary than he actually used to be. In fact, one of the main reasons why people build tank Chou is that you normally you roam a lot, so you lose quite a lot of farm in sacrifice for the other team. But of course, it doesn't have to be the case, especially if you're playing not in a 5-stack, because sometimes you need to be the one carrying somehow. And as in by that I mean peeling for your team, not actually doing the damage. I mean, even though you can go around and farm, Chou is still best played as a defensive fighter, and that's for sure. So yeah, even if you go and farm yourself, just make yourself more tanky. You find yourself to be a lot more useful in team fights because you have a lot more sustain and whatever not. At this point, we saw that Fanny has dove right into our backline. I'm looking for an opportunity to engage if possible. If not, we'll be trying to peel away the other members of the team. In this case, I decided to keep Franco because it doesn't really matter even if you hit a tank in this case, because Franco is just very squishy. He has no peel whatsoever in terms of if he gets engaged on, he just loses. So I don't really hesitate much in jumping in onto Franco. Unable to catch any more members of the enemy team, so we decide to do other stuff instead. You see that Fanny has jumped right in again. Fanny has used Aegis. Managed to use ultimate onto Fanny. Akai has used ultimate as well. And here we're trying to get Fanny. And we somehow managed to do it, so it's pretty fortunate for us. If we didn't get Fanny at that point, it would have been pretty wasted attempt, and the result of the team fight could have been turning 180, because at this point we're pretty evenly matched up in terms of farm level. Once again, we see that Vexana is being a total retard and just completely out of position, so there's no way I can help with Vexana. I decided to just go and farm on my own. Here we're just waiting for her to engage. And Franco has stepped a little bit too far forward. Looks like this guy really likes to roam around. Lolita is engaged, partially. I'm chasing after Franco, because I like to bully this guy. And I decided to kick him back. Andrea has used ultimate at this point. It's a perfect time for us to engage. Franco has definitely lost the engage for sure, because Franco did not start the engage with a hook. Saber is onto our Moskov, but there's no one else to back up because Fanny is pushing lane, and this lack of coordination by the enemy team is gonna give us advantage right here as we take this Lord. And of course, you see that enemy team has come around once again. I decided to just focus on the team fight first, which makes a lot of sense, because it doesn't matter if you win the Lord if you lose the team fight, because the enemy can still get back from it. So we decide to at least win the team fight first before we engage on the Lord, which may give us a better chance. And once again, kicking this Lolita a lot because I don't know, I just want to bully our tanks. Well, mainly because I'm a little bit off today, and I just like never really press my hero lock mode, which is a big problem. Please don't do that. Try to lock the heroes if necessary. As you can see right here, somehow we managed to lose the fight because, you know, Vixana left early or something. And our archive wasn't really protecting our Moskov, so it's a little bit unfortunate there. They had to lose it. But of course, we see enemy team is still engaging a lot, and we just engage onto Franco because Franco has engaged. And Saber has died. Managed to get a kill onto Saber, but Vexana has died as well. And now Fanny's after Angela, so then it's my duty to just go and protect. Cyclops ulted the wrong person, or should I say the wrong target, which is the minion. And here I'm just chasing this Franco, who happens to regen a lot. But no worries, we should be able to get Franco after this chase, especially if Angela outs me. Should be pretty easy to get a kill onto Franco. Once again, my ultimate is up. I'm just chasing after a vulnerable target, but it seems like they have been pulling back all the way. So I decided to just distract them, so at least our team can take loss successfully. Because Fanny looks to be chasing us, or engaging, so I decided to counter engage first. And with a brilliant stun by Moskov, we have managed to somehow, or rather, try to kill Fanny, but not quite. And because of that, enemy managed to engage first, managed to get a kill onto Angela. And as you can see, this type of public matches are really messy. Fanny chasing after Moskov and just here making sure that Fanny doesn't get a kill. And somehow Akai died away while we are just trying to protect this Moskov. So it's just some messy ass fight. Could have turned somewhere. Could have turned another way, definitely, for sure. It's just like really messy. The whole team is after me, and good timing by Angela for the out, even though I'm not gonna engage. It's always nice to have the assurance. And I'm gonna recall for once. So I guess even though this gameplay is not too bad, other than the fact that we're just brawling it out because the enemy, our team has two down fucknuts who don't know how to protect our team. Like during that engagement, Angela died. Like Franco and Vexana were like so far behind, so they were like useless at all. And even though I missed, or should I say, I didn't really target my ultimate probably because I was just trying to just disable a single target where possible. So a lot of the targets that I kicked are not even the optimal targets, but because I was sure that I could get a kill after them, so I just went to do it. As you can see in this game, I'm just chasing this Saber, which I don't think I'll be able to catch. And finally, we managed to get a somewhat successful team fight, even though it's really messy. And Lolita is still standing around here. Then use my kick on the Lolita, and we finally managed to win a big turning point for that team fight. And that we managed to get win the team fight and get the Lord. At this point, it's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward for us. We're gonna push tower as far as possible. Let Franco hook me instead of Moskov where possible, so that in the event that he actually has backup, we will be able to get advantage because they didn't manage to get our major target hooked. Should I say key damage personnel hooked. Fanny has dived right in, and that is the start of a losing team fight for the enemy team because yeah, because the tank didn't go in first. And at this point, we're just all set to win this game already. So it was a pretty long game, in fact. I think it wasn't the best of all games, but it just shows what you can do with a different style of play with Chou. I'm not sure if I've done a video about this before, but well, this is one for the new and updated Chou, because I haven't done one about it. Using retribution as the battle spell. So what you saw is when you use retribution as a battle spell, you get the idea that you have a little bit more leeway in which more leeway for error, in that if you don't kick the best target, it doesn't really matter because you are more farm, and you can still disable a lot of enemies with your other skills, which are basically your first skill, and it's not really limited to your ultimate because you're more farmed and you're more durable. So yeah, this is all from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is John as well, signing off. I'll see you guys next time.